Something caught my eye, a tiny little thing that looked like a rat or a squirrel. So I got closer to it and I saw it moving, and I was shocked because I've never seen such thing up close. So I went on Google and found out that it was a wild eastern cottontail rabbit. That's when I realized, I needed my help because it was just crawling around. It had its eyes closed, ears were not perky. I put on some gloves and then picked it up and tried to find its nest. And after searching for about 10 minutes, I found its nest. And inside there were 2 other baby rabbits. So I just put it back, and I thought that was the end of it. Over the several next days, I went back outside to check up on them. And I also sprinkled some powder around because that's what it said in the research, to see if you see any footprints from the mother rabbit. But then the next morning, it was just the same. I realized that the mother rabbit didn't come back, and they were all skinny. They hadn't been fed. That's when I realized that I should, just take them in because I didn't want them to die. First thing I did, I was very overwhelmed. I found the box, I put a blanket in it, and then I put them all 3 in it. And I also went back to the nest and took some of the mother's fur because I found some and I thought it would be good to acclimate them. In the beginning, I had to research everything. I found out that they needed mother's milk, and they actually needed to be fed 3 to 4 hours every day. The best thing I could find that was similar to mother's milk was kitten milk replacement, and then I used an eyedropper to pick that up, and I had to mouth feed them. It was very hard to keep them alive. I was very sad because 2 passed away. After that, I was just very paranoid that this bunny would pass away. Every time I would go outside, I would just prepare myself to see, a dead baby rabbit. I was just so scared. It was just every day, 3 to 4 hours of feeding it with fresh milk, and it had to be warm and a good temperature. She was gaining weight because in the beginning she was all bony and fragile, but I could see her, she was getting tougher by day. When she got older, I started feeding her green, like green leaves. I also had to acclimate her to the outside weather. At nighttime, I would keep her inside. Daytime, I would keep her outside in my patio. It was away from animals. It was screened in patio. And I connected with this animal very much. I named her Honey. I was surprised because it says that they don't form attachments to humans very much. But sometimes it would run away and then it would come back when it heard my voice. And it would only take food from my hand. It wouldn't take food from any other family member's hand. And she would just come up to me sometimes and rub her nose on my hand. It was very cute. I think she saw me as her mother because I raised her when she was a baby. Every day that I would put her outside, she would spend a little bit more time, like progressively outside. Every day I would put her outside and she would just eventually come back. She was kind of like an indoor-outdoor cat. One day she went outside, but then she never came back. But I actually saw her a few months later in my backyard, hopping around. She looks healthy, she looks big. I feel like a mom that had its child go away to college or something. It feels sad, but it feels, I feel like it had to happen because she was just, in the end, I think she's better out in her natural environment in the wild. I like to think that she still remembers me, but I'm pretty sure that she just comes back to graze on the grass. I think the best part and the most rewarding part was keeping her alive and seeing her grow up every day. I guess I was impressed by myself because I Googled that. It's like a 10% chance survival for baby rabbits when they're orphaned. So I kind of surprised myself that it survived, but I'm just so glad it did.